You are live now. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? We have the channel in 76 in the house. There you go. Thank you. Hey, Terry, good to see you there. Let me put some links out there so we can have somebody come up and join. All right. Oh, what the hell did I just do? I hate doing that. Doggone it. Hey, Aztec, good to see you. All right, here we go. There's a link. Anybody want to come up and visit? We'll have a good Sunday night. We'll chat about the economy and what's going on and what's what. So I'm all excited. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hey, Dean, good to see you. Lucky Star, thank you. Hello there, my dear. Oh, Pure Nickel's here.
Yeah, Pure Nickel.
We have Nickel in the house.
Yep. All the basketball pairings are coming out, and Indiana, the men were in the last group of 4 that didn't get in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they shouldn't have got in. They didn't play consistently. They had 14 losses, so I didn't think they would get in. I thought Kentucky at a 7 was high. I thought they might get in as a 9 or a 10. So,
oh wow,
I was shocked at what some of them got.
That's something. I was looking here at let's see what Aztec 589. I bought fuel today, and I paid $4.15 as the cheapest I could find it anywhere, and it went from $4.15 up to $4.50 here in Portland. So it's it's getting up there. I think it's going to go. How much is fuel where you're at, Nickel?
Last time I filled up for the cheapest regular, it was I think it was like $3.19.
$3.19.
But man, if you get the top grade, it's over $4. It's just a huge between grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. It's a huge gap between all of them.
Wow.
So it's really weird.
I got that. What I bought today was 82 octane or 86, whatever it is, the cheapest grade, and it was $4.15, and that's the cheapest. The station across the street was $4.20. So it just
what's premium? I mean, what's it? It's over $4.
Do you know the station I got my fuel at? They had no premium or mid grades. They were totally out. All they had was what they call the non-ethanol, and it was $6 a gallon, and regular gas. They were out of everything else.
That's weird. Well, I didn't check diesel, but I'm assuming diesel. I know diesel's higher than the highest grade of gas, so it must be over 5.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And that's what kills you. It's the diesel that's what's going to kill us. The diesel is what leads to higher food prices and higher this and higher that. It's not really your standard gases anyway.
Lucky Star says, hello, Nickel. I got at water possibilities. Barbara. And let's see, Aztec. I got John Camper came in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Lucky Star, Clear Lake, Clear Lake. Silver Shelby, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
I still think regular gas will get to 6, and I'll tell you why. Because even after all these ships have left, and there's no more missiles, the refineries got to be repaired. They haven't been pumping oil. So there's going to be a scarcity for a while there, and it'll take a while to get it back up to what the numbers they need. So even after all this is done, it could get to 6, I think.
It will go up, and I agree with you. There will be a scarcity, and I was going to talk about that today. What I think might happen. Nickel is here today. Yeah, that's right, Gold. And I tell you, Gold has said he was paying $5.89. Where he lives. He's on the West Coast like me, and so different places just depends on where you're at. the fuel cost is going up. I heard it's even higher in Silver Shelby. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And Silver Shelby says, hello there, Nickel.
Yo. So yeah. So I was shocked here that it was like I think I paid $3.19 for just the lowest grade regular, because usually we are up there. This area is usually higher than the normal average. So
right.
But then again, I was shocked to see how high the premium was. I'm going, daggone. I can't believe it was that big of a difference in the price. So I don't understand it. I don't know what the difference is when they go into making it, but apparently it's more expensive for the higher grades, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it takes a little bit more refining, I would think. The canal, excuse me, says 329 and 398-ish is where he's at. What state are you in, Canal?
And I'll tell you this: the oil companies are going to take advantage of this. So,
they are.
It's always going to be higher than it should be, because it's always higher than it should be when we don't have no war. So,
right. Canal says he's in Utah, so the Utah gas is cheaper than Oregon gas. That's for sure. Because these commies out here they're trying to raise a tax again on us about the gas tax. It got shot down, but they're trying to do it again.
Well, yeah, and you are like Louisville. I mean, the Louisville area. It's like they put all those additives in there for the environment.
Yeah,
and so it makes it a lot more expensive.
Plus the 76 cents tax that we have here per gallon of gas doesn't help either. That's not include federal or anything other tax. That's just the Oregon tax. It's just bad. Let's turn my camera on. It is 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Man, my brain's fried. There you go. Now I can see everybody and everybody can see me. But hey, JM, thanks to everybody who pressed thank you. Yes, thank you. And there's a link up there if you want to come up there, JM, up top. I can put another one. Hoppin' John says $2.99 yesterday in Oklahoma. Nice. Yes, Barbara, it is expensive here. It's the taxes, they just eat us up. America, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Wish I was back in. You know what, Canal? I'm a Dallas boy. I'm from Texas. Go last Texas. $5.89 for gas. Holy, yeah, it's friggin' expensive. I'm from Texas too. There. I'm a Texas boy. So,
yeah. So yeah, Texas always got the lowest price. So
yeah, they do. JM, let me leave Elise. I don't know if he's going to come up or not, but we'll put a link out there and get him up here.
Sal's here.
Hey, Sal, good. I'll put the link up there. He can come up too if he wants. There you go. There's a good to see you, Sal. Thank you. The Salivate medal. We have the presents.
So the women's brackets are coming out right now. So then I think the WNIT comes out later tonight. So I'm not for sure, but I think so. So I don't think any NOM are going to make it either. I know they're not going to make it. The men, I thought, well, there was a 1 in 100 shot they could get in, but so.
Wow. Well, I tell you, I have been so busy at work. It's a spring break time for me, so we've been really, really busy. So it's just been, and plus it's been friggin' rain. We've had 6 days in a row of rain. I'm tired of the rain. How you doing there, Mr. Sal?
He just put his mic on mute.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
How you doing there, Mr. Sal? He'll get there. Yeah.
Stand by for technical difficulties.
I was going to ask him what happened because I was in his stream earlier and something happened, and I guess he either lost power or something, but he went away for a while.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got winds like a hurricane here right now, and I can't believe the electricity stayed on. So I've been expecting it to go off. My hat blew off. I had to chase my hat down. I had to run down my hat.
Wow.
I thought it was gone. I said, I'll never see that hat again.
Well, no, we can't hear you, Sal. No, we can't hear you. There, you muted out and then you unmuted. Can you hear us? Can't hear you yet. I was just talking, watching how silver's doing right now, and I've kind of been.
Hear me now?
I can hear you. There you go.
Okay,
we got you.
There it is. It switched to a different thing when I had to mute it for a second anyways. But yeah, we're in. All right, very good. All right,
okay.
Sorry about that.
JM's in the house too.
Hello, JM. Good to see Nickel. Good to see all of you guys. Welcome.
Hey, guys. Great to be here.
Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Hey there, Attorney Mike. How you doing? Good to see you. I've been over to his stream a few times. I got to chat with him last week a little bit. So it was good.
Yeah.
So I'm watching silver right now. Silver's up 75 cents right now.
Wow.
And I'm like,
opened up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
it was down. It got right down to $80 and it shot right back up.
Pretty much right after I went off my live stream, it popped back up. Crazy.
Yep. It's crazy how that's doing. And
right.
I really think that they're going to keep the price of silver between $81 and $91. They'll keep it in between. They'll drive it back down and keep it there for a while. I think we're going to see it right around there, and then before it takes off again. Because there you go, Mike. Good to see you. Mike's in the house. Sal, you need to meet. Mike is an attorney. He got his own stream, and he comes into your streams.
Yeah, I gotta mute that.
Yeah, I just saw a good portion of his update on the SD bullion. You got to check out his live stream. He posted about that.
I will have to check that because
yeah,
I hadn't seen that one. So it's really because I've been watching the gold prices and silver. Like last week, somebody's got their volume on. Somebody's I hear an echo.
I think
gone now, right?
I think it's probably Mike. You got it fixed now, I think. So.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Mike. So last week, out of my shop, I've been buying Constitutional out of the shop because none of the dealers in Dallas will buy silver.
Constitutional silver, right? They won't buy Constitutional.
Yeah, because they're saying the refineries, all the dealers around there don't want to pay anything for the Constitutional silver. And so what I've been doing is buying it, and I've been paying a decent price. I pay a little bit more than the other dealers will pay, and I've been just stashing it away. And so
smart. That's smart. That's good.
Yeah. So it's really, I really think we're going to see silver break over $100 again here pretty soon. Because I think when they get the straits opened up, you're going to see oil drop really, a lot.
Right.
And I really think that's going to be here pretty soon. I don't think.
I hope that happens. I hope they can get their straits open again.
Yeah,
soon.
we don't want it to be. I mean, it'd like to be it tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to happen because if they don't get it open, think about this: what goes through the straits now. Antifreeze. Fertilizer goes through.
That's right. There's other things in oil. That's right.
Yes, there's other things that go through there. Plus, you got food to go through there. Yep. And if they don't get them open, we're going to be, we may think that we have a major crisis in the farmers because they need fertilizer. And so that I don't think there's going to be enough fertilizer in the United States to be able to, supply everybody. So, and we were buying a lot of fertilizer from Russia until all that conflict. I don't know where they're buying it now, so I'm not really sure. But I was glad to see Russia or United States with Trump. He backed off on his tariffs or his what they had blocked for Russia being able to sell oil to help in the market supply, which is a smart move on his part. So I think that's going to help out.
Well, I think actually I disagree with that. I think that that he should not be empowering Putin at this point. He should be empowering American oil companies to sell the oil to India and other places, not Russia. They should squeeze Russia big time, and because that's the whole. I think that was Trump's play, and going after Iran is to squeeze Russia and China because Iran is getting a lot of oil or supplying Russia and their war machine.
Right.
And
Mike,
so
I think you're echoing again. You need to mute your YouTube side.
I'm really, so you still hear me, huh?
Well, we did, but it's not now. So,
Okay, so we're good now.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so just really quick, Rocky, the issue that I've got, so I tend to join with Sal, is that it appears as though China and Russia are helping Iran target our military ships and stuff like that with their satellites.
Yes, they are. Yes. And I think it's more Russia than China is right now.
Yeah.
And I agree with you more than on that because of where the missiles have landed. They needed those coordinates. And so what we're seeing is I think it ain't an educated guess either. So for those missiles, so they're getting the right information to do that. So I agree with you, but I want you to think about this, Sal. I think Trump's idea is to not so much crush Russia, but to crush China.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
and I think because 40% of the oil of their oil came from Iran, plus 25% of their oil came from Venezuela. So, by doing what he's done, he's really kind of crushed their oil imports really bad.
True, so, but the side benefit to it is hurting Russia and their war machine and their ability to and I think that's why Russia is doing that. So why would Trump allow the sale of Russian gold to India to help Russia and their war machine? It doesn't make sense that he's doing that. He must be thinking a couple steps ahead of me on that. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on it, but I don't understand why, because you think about it, Putin really slighted Trump during the negotiations and trying to end the Ukraine war. He really slighted him big time.
Yep.
And I think Trump knows that, but but I don't know. But I don't understand why that move happened. But I agree with you that the goal was China. Right? I mean, Trump sees China as the big threat. That's the big threat, and so I agree with you completely about that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and so I think he's trying to keep, because right now I think I heard today, I haven't done any research on it, it's just hearsay, that China's being helped by Russia by selling them and training them in paratroops and vehicles for paratroopers they haven't said why they're doing that, but I'm sure it's to invade Taiwan, because Taiwan's not going to be an easy mark for them to invade, because the way the island's shaped and all the ports are going to be well guarded. Plus, the most of that island are like straight up cliffs around the sides of it, so it'd be really hard for them to invade that country. So it would be interesting to see why Russia is helping China with the paratroopers. And actually China sent their paratroopers to learn in Russia. They're being trained right now.
In Rocky, they just pulled out the Patriot missile defense systems from Korea to put them down in the Gulf. So now would be a good time for China to invade Taiwan.
Yep, that's exactly right. I agree because most of the military navy is in the Persian Gulf, and so we got to think about that. So it'd be a good time for them to do it. Yes.
And the U.S. is using up its munitions.
Yep, exactly.
And North Korea, you see what he's doing, don't you? Rocket Man is going to town.
Yep. Yeah, he is. I'm sure he's enjoying this, what he's seeing. So
you have to remember, folks. You have to remember this: the United States military has always prepared for at least 2, maybe even 3 theaters of operation. I mean, we're rebuilding our military and and that includes all the fuel, all the munitions. Trump said we have plenty of munitions, and so I think we're okay. I mean, and remember, Israel is involved in this as well. And I know we've supplied a lot of their munitions, but still they're doing a lot on their own as well. So right. I think we've been in this for what, 2.5 weeks. I don't know how long it was. about 2.5 weeks now. And so that's really short in terms of a military campaign. We did a lot of bombardment. There's no question about it, but we're not depleted by any stretch. We're not depleted.
Yeah, exactly.
And those Patriot batteries, they could be moved. I think probably quicker than most people think, if need be. And we'll probably have some other assets out there as well. Now, obviously, China they've been trying to monopolizing the South China Sea for a number of different areas, but there's things I think going on behind the scenes that many of us don't really know for sure. With how prepared we may be and watching China.
Exactly. Like the manta ray underwater drones.
Yeah.
Blow up ships.
Yep.
And what was the Israel had this laser, cost $3.50 for these lasers to shoot down the missiles coming in. So you're gonna
seeing videos of that?
Yeah,
I have, but it's the low caliber missiles it hits.
Right.
It can't
hit the supersonics.
Yeah.
Right. You're exactly right. It can't hit the supersonics. That's right.
Well, everybody's scared about the United States falling behind, but I will say this, and I bet anybody in my stream that is in the military or have been in the military, 3 years ago, the United States had a missile interceptor out by Hawaii, and they fired a rocket at a supersonic, and it took it out.
Wow.
So the United States does have the capability, but they were testing it. So, and that was 3 years ago.
But Rocky, these are hypersonics that they have, and they're like wild weasels. They redirect course, and they're really difficult to target. So that's kind of scary.
Yeah, they maneuver.
It is. I agree with you, but I do. If people kind of ease their mind a little bit, the United States, they don't tell people what's going on, but there is a lot of stuff that they have not even cut loose on Iran, and so I would love to see this new 6th generation fighter they got, this stealth fighter. They've kept that under wraps.
Is that the F-47 or whatever?
Yeah, they call it an F-47, and I've seen some preliminary pictures, but I don't know if that's really the picture what it looks like or not. I haven't really seen it. So
some of the energy weapons as well were still like what they supposedly used during the Maduro raid.
Yep.
There's a lot of that technology we just don't know the full extent of what capabilities they have, and for good reason. There's a lot of secrecy in the military, which causes a lot of people to speculate.
Yep.
Like how much silver is in a Tomahawk cruise missile. That 500-ounce number has been thrown about so much that everybody accepts it as fact, but no one has been able to prove that anywhere.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and you won't because it's classified.
Right, because it's classified. That's exactly right.
Crazy for anyone to say they could confirm that.
Yeah.
And So it just, it silver. What other components are in it? They're not going to tell you.
Right.
So it's and which I can't blame them. It's
Right,
all top
right.
secret. So
there's a pretty cool thing. Sorry to interrupt you, Rocky. I just wanted to make sure I caught you because I was sharing that screen there for silverwars.org, and I dropped the link in the chat. And if you go through that, you scroll to the bottom, you'll see where I was sharing on the screen there. Pretty much all those torpedoes have batteries in them that require silver. And
right.
if you look in the squinty print, when you go through there, there's actually tons of good information that some people may enjoy.
And with you bringing that to our attention, that gives me there's more silver being taken away, and it's being bought, and especially right now, they're buying silver because it's actually cheap, and they're not saying, because we are in a silver shortage, and you're just not seeing it. They'll buy it up and they'll raise the price up and then drive it back down to in the 80s. And you'll see that back and forth as far as the fluctuation, the high and the low. But it's going to get to the point where we don't have any. And so I thought maybe the COMEX might bust a couple of weeks ago because they were down to, I think it was 84 million ounces, and they had contracts for this month of 400 million. So they were way out of balance. So it's kind of interesting to see that, So I'm still bullish on silver.
And I will say too, reflecting back on my comments about the Tomahawk, looking at this website that JM shared, this is really intriguing because even though it doesn't tell you how much silver is in it, the fact is that these military applications use silver solid state batteries, and have been for a long time. And it's smart to do that because you don't want a volatile lithium battery that could explode prematurely. Right?
Exactly. That's exactly right.
So I think this is where, but yeah, this is brilliant information. Thank you, JM, for sharing that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So so silver is absolutely integral for military applications, and not just for that, but also for all the other electronics that are involved, that with the conductors and things. I mean, there's more silver used in the military. We know this for a fact. There's more silver used in the military than ever before. And I will say the shortage thing, it's as I mentioned in my live stream, because people talked about that, is that the shortage is more geographic. It's not that there's a silver shortage overall with regards to retail. It's certain parts of the supply chain. For instance, like what you talked about, Rocky, earlier. Refineries are not taking any silver. That's why you can get constitutional silver cheap, and Rocky's been buying it. Why? Because refineries are inundated with it. Yep. There's a massive amount of silver that needs to be processed there, but yet there's other places where there is a shortage in certain aspects of the supply chain.
I think people get caught up on terminology too, like shortage versus deficit. Like we do know, and I think most people would acknowledge there is a silver supply deficit when you look at the global mining supply per year versus global silver demand. There is a deficit, but that doesn't mean that it's run out or that there's a shortage. But it does show that if something doesn't change, you
got to open up more silver mines. I think we're loaded in silver. We only mine it as a byproduct.
Right.
Exactly. You think about how silver's mined. Most mines, when they mine for gold or copper, silver is a byproduct for that, and they get it in there. So when they're mining for copper and gold, they'll get silver also, and zinc. They'll get zinc out of it too. But I really think that we're going to see an actual shortage, and it's going to get bought up, and it's starting to. That's why I keep saying I'm bullish on it. So that's why I keep buying it.
Yeah.
And I heard a prediction today that one of these. Are you familiar with Miles Franklin bullion?
Yeah. Yes.
They had a guy on there. I'd never seen him before. He's an analyst, and he was sitting talking about predicting that gold by the end of this year will be at 3,500.
Okay.
And I was like kind of astounded by him even saying that. I'm like, I don't think it's going to drop, $1,500. It may drop a little, but not $1,500. Let's see what JM's got a chart up here. There you go. I missed it. Sorry, JM.
No, that's okay. You're chatting, and I just thought, we can pull up some visuals at the same time. This is just showing the short term on the silver price. Right here is or was the opening where it opened with a gap down. And then this shows throughout the course of Sal's live stream where it usually gets beat up during his live streams and then takes off after he shuts her down.
It's my fault. Yeah.
It's all your fault.
It's a derivative of Salivate's law.
Right.
So it's taken off now. It had a nice little jump here. It's
look at that.
81.28. I'll zoom out and then drop that down, but I just thought I'd give you guys a quick update on where it's at.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, JM. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Sal, how much is gas in your area for a gallon?
Oh man, it's about 350, 360, somewhere in that range. And it depends on where you go, but I mean, It can be much higher. Closer you get into the city, it can get pretty high. But you going back and talk about gold. That's close to where I made a year-end prediction of gold for the first time. Two prices, where it would go, it would either get or cross above a certain number, or get and touch or go below a certain number. My number was $3,700 for the low for the year. So it's kind of interesting that Miles Franklin analyst got close to where I was at. But like you, I kind of tend to agree. It's crazy to think that it could go $1,500 lower than where it is now, since it stayed pretty stable.
Right. Yeah. It's stable right where it's at. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'll have to watch. I'm not saying everybody sell their silver now and gold and wait for it, because I don't know if it's going to drop. It'll drop a little bit, but at $1,500, I don't know. I got my doubts.
Yeah.
If it does, it'll just be a very quick flash crash, because there's no good reason. Like even a lot of the downdraft we've seen in the last few days, trading days, has been strengthening U.S. dollar. So it's not really the metal being
unless people sell that and then want to put that money they sell in gold back in crypto.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, crypto's going through the roof right now.
Wow. Is it really? See, that's
crazy.
So what is Bitcoin right now, Mike?
It's a risk-on asset, and normally in an environment like this, it wouldn't. But crypto, the change for the week is 180.46 for Bitcoin.
It's 72. It's up to 72.
72,577. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Because you think
it's a 2% increase tonight. 2% tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. It's
I put it this way: if I was going to sell, well, I'd have been selling some gold. But if I'm going to sell it, I'm not putting any crypto right now. I can tell you that right now.
I'm not into crypto. If I was gonna, I thought about it. I just like having assets that I can touch. And
yeah, I'm with you.
Agreed. I agree.
I just can't do it. So I
that's
have
your trip there.
Yeah, I just have to stay like, when I first started, when Bitcoin came in the market, I thought about getting into it, and I set up an account. And during I was getting all my account stuff ready and to buy, then all of a sudden there was a guy on the market saying he had $5 million worth of Bitcoin stolen. His account got hacked, and I said, "That's it. I'm not going to do it." Because that's too much. You think about it. You think about it, and another thing that I was going to bring up that really worries me, and what I'm seeing right now, and I bet everybody on the panel will probably agree with me. In 2008, or actually 2007, we had oil shoot up to like $120, $125 a barrel, and interest rates was climbing and going every which way before we went into the 2008 crash. And so what I'm thinking is what we're seeing here is the same. We're seeing the same effects of coming into a crash of high inflation, high interest rates, and high oil all of a sudden hitting all at one time. And then you got these other companies. Now, this is the one I brought this up last week about Blue Owl. Well, there's another one. There is this a private credit, and this private credit company that is having issues is called Cliff Waters. Now, Cliff Waters is a private investment. They're public, and so you have to think about what these companies, even though they haven't gone bankrupt or anything like that, but they're actually on the teeter of not having liquidity to continue doing business. Blue Owl is really hurt right now. They're just about out, and so is this other company. If you look at Cliff Water, and they've had 3 negative months in a row. I was looking at that this week, and they're a private equity company that buys, does private loans. And so these private debt companies are starting to really starting to go down. Deutsche Bank, Wells Fargo, their stocks have just gone down nearly 30% this week. And if you think about it, these banks, why are these banks going down? Because of their debt. They do not have enough liquidity. And so there's a lot of liquidity that's not being going to these banks. And so we are so close to seeing this crash that we are close to it. I don't know how they're going to keep from it if it doesn't happen, but I'm kind of like trying to prepare myself as far as this. It's just like 2008, what I'm seeing. It could be worse.
Pretty scary. Let's hope it's not the case, but yeah, their signs are there. Well, folks, hey, thanks for having me on, Rocky. I appreciate it. I better bow out and let some of the other guys in the panel, but appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Sal, for coming. I appreciate it.
Sure thing.
You have a great day, and we'll chat with you.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate you so much. You all have a wonderful evening. Take care.
Thank you for your interest. Appreciate it.
Good night, Sal.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Hey, Rocky, one of the things that are a little bit different here is that nobody wants to buy our debt anymore. So even though we're raising interest rates, nobody wants to buy it.
Yep, that is so true. That's another thing that really is getting really scary to what's happening. And so I think if it does happen, I got at the end of this I'll put some links in my. Did you know that President Trump? I brought this up. I'm going to look at this. I was kind of checking this out. Last year, President Trump, August 7th, 2025, he signed an executive order that these companies, these debt companies, could take our 401ks and invest them into these junk stuff that these banks are peddling. And so these, and then taking our people's, I won't say everybody's retirement plan is at risk. And you think about that these banks can take your 401k that that you have invested for your life to retire, they can take it and invest it into the bank on this bad stuff. And I'm going to put a link to it. It's an executive order he did. And I'm not sure why he did it, but I don't like what he did. And I'm going to put a link to it so everybody can see this, because it really upset me when I saw it. It's really bad. And
I don't have a 401, so I don't worry about that. And I don't have a IRA either. So
right. Well, what we're seeing is these people like Blue Owl and this other company called Cliff Waters. Now think about it. Their investors want their money back. And they had at one time, they had a 10% ceiling that the investors could take 10% out of the companies to get part of their money back. Well, what they have done, Blue Owl and this Cliff, they have lowered their amount for their investors to be able to, they've got lowered it down to 5%. So they're limiting the investors how much money they can draw out. And they're wanting to draw their money out because they can see
they're calling you in the work.
Hang on. Let me hold on. Let me get this
you know, they might want to give him their wherever he works official address and give it to Rocky because I think he lives there now. Oh my. Yeah, I bet they're calling him in.
So Bozo's saying that what it actually is, people can choose whatever they invest in their 401ks, and they're not going to be forced into the private equity products. But what Rocky's talking about is for those that invested in the private equity products, whereas normally they'd be able to make withdrawals. I think what I heard was they're being limited to 5% per quarter now from some of these funds.
You are exactly right, JM. So what does that tell you right there? That if these people are wanting their money back, it's kind of like, to me, it's like a Ponzi scheme, and they've got to get the money somewhere to pay these people back, and they're going to take people's hard-earned money in their 401ks and take it. So it's not going to be good. So.
It's the canary in the coal mine, right? Yes. Because it's the private equity funds. You can kind of look at that as a fund that invests in penny stocks. That's how I'd look at it. Yep. Or companies that haven't even gone public yet, because sure enough, it's private yep. equity. It hasn't gone public. They're hoping to go public if things go well. So people that put their money into those are looking for a high yield, and they also recognize that it's going to be a high risk thing, and it may be a long-term thing. So as long as that was all disclosed to them, they shouldn't be running to the doors, other than the fact that they smell something funny, right? And they're like, get me out.
Oh, I agree. I was looking at Beto is telling me that he got his giveaway, which is good. So that tells me, because I had mailed some out and they never show up, and then I had to come back and resend it. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on them.
So Rocky, you going to change your home address to the airline? I bet that's who that was called you. Oh my.
Oh no, that was my son call. My son doesn't. He's not into coins or buying gold and silver, so he has to call me what to do before he buys it. So that was him. He said he'll go to lunch and he'll call me back after lunch, or dinner, excuse me. So we'll chat later. He did that to me last week when because we're open. That store is open 7 days a week, and it's because we're open. That store is open 7 days. You got to turn your.
I did. I turned off the TV.
Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you.
Hey, Sterling.
Good evening.
Hey, Sterling. Good to see you, buddy.
Josh, I got to tell Josh. Josh, I will definitely send you an email on that. I'll get. There is ways to do that, and I will definitely talk to you about it. I'll send you an email. Mail to airport. There you go. Yep. Yeah, I work at an airport. There you go. Well, non-stop intercontinental ballistic missile straight to my airport.
He's like that Dunkin' Donut guy. Like he comes in and meets himself at the door. You going out? Yeah, you coming in? Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, JM. So yeah, that's none of the adult kids are in the coins or metal. Well, you're not gonna. Are you, Beto? You gonna give them the dong I gave you? You and Wasp will have to talk, because Wasp got a dong too. He got donged. So, but yeah, what we're seeing is a major thing brewing, and I think you're going to see a lot of these banks. Like Wells Fargo, like Deutsche, you're going to see these banks. They're hurting.
Thanks, JM.
You're welcome.
So, Nickel, Beto says Nickel wants a dong.
I got enough of dongs. I'll take the king dong.
Okay, I got a quick question for you, Nickel.
All right.
Like, so you must have a YouTube channel if you're here on YouTube. Can you put something in the comments so I can link your channel?
No, I'm not.
His channel is dead.
So you're not signed in?
This is just your basic sign up channel. So no, I want to keep it private.
Okay.
But thanks for the idea.
Yep.
Consideration.
I just wanted to make sure.
Rocky, I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of news reports about banks holding people's cash and not giving it to them. If this happens, do you think there's going to be a run on the banks like in the 30s?
I do. And I think what we're seeing that's why the banks have been I don't know if you've been to a bank lately, because I bank at Chase. And
I have, and they never want to give me cash withdrawals. They want a reason, they want an excuse. And I'm like, it's my money. That's enough reason.
Exactly. I'm going to say, if you don't take a whole lot out of your account, they'll give you the cash. But like if you go in there and ask for 5,000, they're gonna balk. And
yeah,
so
5,000 is a cheeseburger and fries now.
Yeah, there you go. But yes, they are holding.
I haven't been in the bank in probably 20 years. All I deal with are credit unions.
Oh, see, a credit union is different, but a bank like Chase and Wells Fargo and some of these other banks are holding funds back because they don't want you to. Hey, Jay, Gen X, good to see you. Thanks for coming. He said $2,000, so that sounds about right. If you try and take $5,000 out, and I was going to say, because they don't. John Wass, he says he does his banking with a mask on. So,
hey, Rocky, I tried to pull out $25,000 so I could buy some gold, and it took me about a half hour. I had to go all the way up to the top. They had to make multiple phone calls. It was like pulling off a special ops mission to get them to give me that cash.
Wow, it's getting ridiculous. And so what I have done, I tell everybody, if you have a lot of money in the bank, really think about trying to drain it out slowly. Do it every week or every other day or something like that. A lady friend of mine, her mom died and left her $250,000 cash. And so I told her, I says, she was asking me about, I told her, I says, either put it in a credit union or take it out in cash, and they won't give it to you all at once. They'll want to give you a check or something like that. So if you take it out in small amounts and do it like that, you should be able to get your cash out. It's really sad. They don't even want to give you your own money.
So now here's another thing that may reduce some stress for some people. Like if you do, let's say you needed $25,000 or even $50,000 cash because you had a good deal on a vehicle or something you wanted to buy. You want to take that out of the bank and you don't want to have to write a check or anything like that. If you give the bank a heads up on it and let them know, look, I want to do this withdrawal in a week from now, please make sure you order the cash and have the cash ready for me, and have them sign off on it. It's much, much more likely they won't give you as much problem than if you just walk in and say, hey, I need $50,000 cash right now. Sign me up.
That's exactly the way my credit union is.
Yeah.
See, that's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. When I was taking a lot of money out, where I did it over a few years ago because I knew this was coming, and I knew it was going to get tight. So I started a few years ago, and I would go once a month to the bank and withdraw the funds and deposit it elsewhere. But I started doing that over, and it took me a while to get them funds out. So I keep a minimum out because I was worried about the 2011 bail-ins that the Dobbs and Frank Act was, and that's what I'm looking at now. Hey, Frostbite Coins, Thank you for coming. Hit that like button.
I'll tell you this, Frost. I'll tell you this, Rocky. You'll probably find this interesting. I went into Meyer and got two $400 money orders, and I gave them 20s, and I said, I bet y'all probably need 20s. They say we do, but said we need pennies even more. So why don't you give us about $800 in pennies? I said, well, I'd have a hard time carrying that. I need
if I had $800 worth of pennies, I'd be hunting them for the coppers and then take them all the zincs.
Exactly.
80,000 pennies or cents. 80,000.
Yeah, that'd be a lot to carry. What is like a $25 box weighs what, like 15 pounds, 20 pounds?
Yeah,
they're heavy. I had a few of them back at Christmas time. They're probably beyond the 20, 25 pound range a box.
Wow. We talk about that. It's kind of funny because I had a customer call me yesterday and he wanted $100 of wheat pennies. And I said, I don't have that kind of, that many on hand. I don't keep that kind of stuff. I said, I could probably gather it up. Oh, I need it now. I said, well, sorry, I can't help you.
Well, what I tell them is go out in the parking lot and look, because people just throw pennies everywhere. There's probably $800 worth of pennies in the parking lot.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Rocky, I put something in the chat earlier, but I don't know if you saw it. I didn't see you react to it at all. But I'd like to share it if you don't mind giving me a minute. Do. I came from the auction at Miss Ida's. At this point, there was maybe half a dozen items left to be auctioned off. But she was at $65,000.
Wow, that's outstanding.
That's a nice weekend for St. Jude's.
Yes, it is.
And I mean, Bradley poured a silver crab, 0.8 of an ounce. International Stacker came in and brought his crab rates, but that thing went through the auction 3 times. Tinkering Chip bought it all 3 times, $800 a time, and then he wound up gifting it to International Stacker at the end.
Wow, good Lord.
But $2,400 for less than an ounce of silver. And then he gave it away.
Wowza.
That is outstanding. I know she does, because she had I think it was 300 items the last time I had.
There was 348 items in total.
Okay.
I left at 342. But it was really very successful.
Wow.
I bought one thing and I paid way too much for it. I saved most of my money and I'm going to the LCS. Probably not tomorrow because we're having an ice storm here. But I'm going to LCS this week and I'm going to buy a bunch of commemorative dollars. I can get them under spot.
That's great. That is great.
Hey, Rocky, I wanted to get your take on this. So my understanding is that the reason why gold and silver have been going down is because of the war causing a short-term strengthening in the U.S. dollar. But now I'm looking at Kitco for the last couple of hours, and it's saying that the dollar is going down. Do you think this is going to be a long-term trend of the dollar going down?
It was 0.999.
I really think that we're going to see the dollar sometimes does drag silver and gold down, but I really think we're going to see the silver market and the gold market both go back up, and I think it's going to go up because I really think because we are short on silver, especially now with this war going on, and they got to replenish all the weapons that they've been using.
That's what I was thinking is how much paper got dropped on the market to get the price of silver down for the weapons manufacturing.
That's what they're doing. These bullion banks are buried with these short-term contracts, and they're trying to get out from underneath these short-term contracts. you got Deutsche Bank, you got Wells Fargo, and they don't have the actual silver to back up their short contracts. So what happened, that's why their stocks dropped nearly 30%. One of them, Deutsche Bank, dropped 28.5%, and I think Wells Fargo was 24 something, but both of them had dropped quite a bit. And it's because of the silver and their credibility, or they cannot meet the demand. So what they're trying to do is, if they drive it down, they can sell off a little bit at a time, so they're not losing so much, because every time they sell these short contracts, they lose money. And so it's reflecting back on that. And I think what you're going to see is they're not going to be able to control the markets anymore. It's going to bust wide open.
Rocky, do you think they're going to try and reverse it and go long maybe?
Well, that's funny you said that, because what Chase did the last time it got up to 119, I think is what it was. What Chase did is, at that point, they were buying long contracts and selling they were losing on their short contracts. And they sold all their short contracts and lost, but they were buying at the same time, they were buying long contracts. So what happened is, after it got up there and hey, Stephanie, good to see you. After they did that, silver started dropping down, and they had all these long contracts, and they made money both ways, or lost money, but when they bought the long, they covered the short, what they were shorting. So Chase is sitting pretty good, because they have 700, I believe it's 780 million ounces in their vaults of silver. So they're pretty good as far as covering their shorts and stuff like that with real silver. But the banks, Deutsche and Wells Fargo are hurting. And there's another one that I think Bank of America is right in there with them, because they're one of the banks that was doing all that shenanigans. And so they're not hurting as bad, but I think that you're going to see those banks really take it in the shorts. And so that's why you're seeing the fluctuation of these banks trying to drive it down. Let's see what silver is right now. Silver had bounced back up. It's still sitting, it's 74 cents right now. It's 81.44. Where when I was at Sal's, it was $80 and some change, and now it's up to 81.44. Gold's up $1.20. So I really think you're going to see gold and silver take off and go back up. You may see silver go up to about 90, 91, and then they're going to beat it down again. They're trying to keep it in that range between 81 and 91 is what that range you're going to try and keep it in. So if you're buying, try and buy on the low side like now, and then we'll let it go up, and then you can sell when it hits the 90s if you want to. But like me, I'm for the long, and so I'm buying all the constitutional. I'm not paying for the ASEs, what their premiums are doing. So I got away from the premiums of the ASEs, and now I'm going to constitutional, where it doesn't. I'm buying it for under melt value. So,
hey, Rocky, are you buying just the super junk, or are you looking at AU or BU as for the potential upside on numismatic in the future?
I'm also buying the AU type stuff. I bought some silver dollars, some really nice silver dollars that are graded that were pretty cheap. And it was cheaper than buying a ASE. And so I've been buying those when I can get them at a decent price. But the constitutional that I'm buying, that I just bought last week. Now, I'll tell you this because I've already got it. The guy brought in a set of Franklins. He bought some Mercury dimes in. He bought some Washington quarters and a couple of rolls and stuff like that. He wanted to sell them all. Well, in that Mercury dime, there was a 16D in that set. And I had my son pull it out and send me pictures of it so I could see it, if it was real or not. Well, the 16D is a key to one of the keys to the Mercury dimes. And so I said, well, let's buy it. I'm gonna make him an offer. I bought all the Franklins and all the Mercurys, and he had a set of Roosevelts too that I bought. And And what he did, it's really funny because we took pictures of this. The guy brought it in, and we gave him a quote what we buy it for. And so he went home and come back and tried to sell us. He had swapped out some of the coins in the set. And we started comparing the pictures. And I said, no, I said, if he's going to do that, I don't want to do business with him. Just give it back to him. And so he ended up giving me two roller rolls of Mercury dimes that he wanted me to buy. So I ended up buying those. So, but it worked out good in my, what close to what I wanted to pay for it. So, but
did they still have the ridges? I mean, were they pretty worn down? How'd they look?
You could still see it. Like the 16D was, it was worn, but I could read the date. I flip it over, I could see the D on the back of it. I could tell it wasn't a counterfeit. So nice. That's what you got to be careful with those type of coins, because the 16D is counterfeited, and there's some others in there. I was looking for a 1942 over 1, which is a overstrike, and that one wasn't in there. I was hoping that would be there, but and there's some other ones in there that are going to be pretty good. So I'll do pretty good out there.
CC,
Mike, if you're really interested in getting constitutional stuff that is uncirculated, a real good way to go is to look into the commemorative dollars. They sell at or under spot, and they are the same size as a Morgan or a peace dollar.
Where do you find those? Where do you find? Can I get those from Rocky?
At your LCSs?
Yeah.
I'm in Nevada. They rip you off on the local tax. They get you.
I find on the auctions online, I get them for about 60% a spot.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
And I know they're going to come in demand, so Sterling's making a good choice there because they'll come back.
Yeah.
Well, Rocky, if you got some, let me know.
The thing about them is they're not real recognizable because they're only made for a year.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're only made for the special sets. But people wind up selling them. And I mean, when they bought them from the mint, they probably paid 2 or 3 times spot for them. But when the LCSs get them, nobody wants them. So they wind up selling them for spot or less.
That's interesting because it sounds like it's got a lot of upside for numismatic Sterling and Rocky.
I mean, there are limited numbers of them. I don't know so much about numismatic, but I buy them because for spot price, I get all the silver.
Oh, I got you. I'm just thinking for my kids, if for any of those old constitutional coins, as they get melted down more, I'm sure you, Rocky and Sterling, agree they're going to get some numismatic flavor to them.
That's very true. That's very true.
I just got the basketball one on an auction. The celebrating basketball from the mint. I just got it for I think I ended up paying $30 for
it. Is that a 90%er nickel?
No, it's not. But it's still. I'm a basketball nut. So I say, well, hey, I'm going to get that.
Yeah, I got you. Something that you like, so you want to hold it.
Yeah, that's. So, are you interested in buying some constitutional?
Well, I've been, Rocky. I've been buying peace dollars like crazy off of Hero and Brilliant Uncirculated, just because I just think they've got upside.
But what are you paying for a Brilliant Uncirculated peace dollar?
Well, I think when the prices were in the 80s, I think I was paying in the 68s to 70 range, something like that.
Okay, so that's about right. It should be about 3/4 the price of spot for an ounce.
And I just love them. I love them. They're so beautiful, man.
Yeah, I like the peace dollars too.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, let's see how many we got in there. Let's see here.
Yeah, it really sucks. The Las Vegas, they have these local bullion coin shop laws where the only thing they don't tax is like Canadian bullion. It's ridiculous. You can't even buy American silver eagles or American gold eagles without paying a local tax. Just like the Washington. Yeah.
I can't see how they can justify by charging for a coin. That is money. You're taxing money on top of money.
Well,
you're preaching to the choir.
They see it as a product, manufactured.
Yeah,
product.
but Nickel, you guys are preaching to the choir. That's why I'm working with a group to try and overturn the capital gains tax on money. Article 1, Section 10 makes it clear that the only real money is gold and silver. It's just ridiculous.
Yep, it is. It is. Well, what I was going to say, we got 25 in here looking. And so why don't we go? You want to pick a number, Nickel?
Got it. I got it.
All right. Let's go. Let's everybody pick a number 1 through 35. And Sterling Cannabis got 17. We'll get a couple of $2 bills out to you.
What is your favorite silver dollar there, Rocky? You like the Morgan better, or do you like the piece?
I like the piece better.
I do too.
Same here. I agree with you guys. Absolutely.
Those $2 bills auctioned off today.
Oh, how much did you get for them?
$30.
Right on. There you go. I feel good.
I'm telling you that people want to donate to St. Jude's.
Dean, you got 2 13s. You're gonna have to pick a different number. Louisville pick 13, so let's pick a different number there. Let's go back up here and make sure nobody's got 18. Nobody.
Bozo just wants Terry.
It's the closest without going over.
Yeah, closest without going over. So
yeah, 79.
Hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. Bozo's laughing. Bozo picked 79. You're a little high, Bozo.
The one thing that I bought in the auction today was a 1901 Morgan, New Orleans, but that's my mom's birth year. And
is that right?
I've actually got one that's in nicer shape than what I bought, but it was the only thing that didn't go at an absolutely ridiculous price.
All right, pick a number, Westy. I'm not ignoring you. I see you. I just don't. I can't comment anymore.
Lucy, pick 1 through 35. So go picking different numbers. So Gen X has got 6. Dennis has got 6. Let me go up here and see. Hang on here. Barbara got 69. I know she gets that one, so she's good on that one. Louis got 30. Okay, pick the number 14. Let's see here. Water possibilities 28. Alice got 28. Let's see here. All right, stop. Thank you there, Beto. Gen X, can you pick a different number? 1 through 35. There you go. That's good. 29. Bozo's laughing. He picked 12. There you go. West Texas picked 17. All right.
I had 17. The very first pick.
All right, let's see here. Let's give them a chance. Hang on here. West Texas, they're picked different. That was already picked. Can you pick a different number? John Camper's got 12. Hop and John's got 12. John Camper, I think hang on here. Let me see. I got to check.
I also want to say Caitlin Clark's doing really well for the American team.
Oh, that gal, I like her.
Yeah, she almost set the record for assisting a game by, I think, by a American national team.
Is that right?
Yeah, really close the other day. Yeah.
All right, let's go back up here. Now, somebody had 2 12s. Bozo Laughing's got 12. So Hop and John, can you pick it? Hop and John and John Camper, can you pick different numbers? Bozo had
it way up at the top.
Who did?
John Camper.
Oh, John did he? Okay, let me go back up here. I appreciate y'all helping me with this. Oh, there he is. John Camper had it. Okay, so we need to go back down here and John had a sweet
voice, so I'm going.
Hop and John, you need to pick a different number. And John Camper's got 12, so he can keep 12. He was the first 12. Rena Toner got 11. West Texas. Oh, Rena Toner. West Texas, we need a different number. One more. Stephanie's 19, so I think she's safe.
Remember, the price is right.
Yeah, the price is right. There you go. Closest number. There you both of us laughing. He's got 2. All right. How about 29? All right, that's good.
And it's without going over.
Okay, now this. Okay, West Texas got 27. Okay, so let's see here. So what's a number?
Well, the number I picked was because I watched the Big Ten championship today, and Purdue, an Indiana team, beat Michigan by 8 in the final.
So you picked 8. All right.
So anybody under 8, if you got 8 or under, you could probably win.
All right. Gen X.
You know, there's a 2.
Noodly Blessed looks like Noodly Blessed.
There's a 6.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Mike's right. Noodly Blessed got it.
Oh yeah, Newbie Blessed has got an 8.
Newbie Blessed got 8 on the dot. So
yeah,
what I'm seeing, let me see if we have any other.
That looks.
Yeah,
like
I'm a speed reader. I'm a speed reader because I practice law, so I got to get through it quick.
Yeah. Well, we got a bunch of 8s coming into the chat now, boys.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
But I want to let Sterling know.
Happens.
I want to let Sterling know that I have Michigan. Not only in my Final Four, I got them in the championship game. I'm not saying they're going to win at all. But
where did Newbie go? There he is. Newbie Blessed.
I can't stand the U of scum, Nickel.
Yeah, that's you. All right, Newbie Blessed. Let me give you my email, and send me an email with your address, and
they are a good ball club, Michigan. I'll just say Purdue just played one heck of a good game to beat them. I mean, they had to play one of their best games of the year to beat them. So
there's my email, Newbie. It's rtart@gmail, and send me an email with your address and stuff, and I'll send you out the giveaway. So it's a couple of. Let me pick them out here.
You get within 50 miles of Ann Arbor, and you can feel the liberal just crawling all over you.
The smell of communism.
Exactly.
Here 2 Newbie. This is what you want. There's 2 consecutive crispy $2 bills, Newbie. So be sure and send me a email, and that way we can get those to you. I'm gonna write your name down there. I'll forget it if I don't. So,
well, the best thing could have happened for Michigan is to get beat in the finals of their conference tournament championship, because now they're motivated. Now they know they feel the sting of a loss, and it motivates you to win. So I look for them to make a heck of a run in the tournament.
Yeah.
How good did the Spartans do, or did they not?
They got knocked out fairly early. I was kind of surprised.
Newbie.
But this is his 28th. This is Izzo's 28th straight tournament. And I think that is second best ever. So, and currently number 1. And so he gets in every year. So,
well, I know when my daughter was at school there, but she's been out of school for 18 years. But every student that had played on that team that played for the full 4 years played in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Is that right?
They beat people they shouldn't probably beat as they go forward in the tournament. He does really well in the tournament. So I would not be surprised if Michigan State made a run in the tournament. It comes down to is who was the best conference. I don't know. They think the SEC was. They got 10 teams in. The Big Ten came in second. I don't know who's the toughest conference. I mean, I think the top 4.
Well, the conferences are too big anymore. The whole thing lost my interest when it all became nothing but money and political and blah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. It's all about money, and it was about football. The reason these conferences were rearranged, it was for football. So, You know, I complain about that all the time.
For football money, not for the pure game.
Yeah, for the money and using football to get more money. Yeah, that's what it is. Because you never know. In football, you don't know who's number one. You know, I mean, I thought Indiana was really good.
I used to love it when your conference played for a chance to play in a particular bowl game, and you had a champion of this bowl game or that bowl game.
Right.
And anybody could argue to say we're the best in the land.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to football is injuries. So you could have the best team, but if you lose 2 key players, you're not going to go very far. Well,
that's true. That's true. Well, I'm going to say next week we'll finish up some more stuff that hopefully I got most of the stuff. I think we're going to be seeing some pretty times that these banks are going to be hurting next week or this month. And
I'm shocked. I am shocked that there hadn't been more banks need help.
Me too.
I mean, I've been looking at the FDIC page. I check it probably once a week, and we still only have that one bank that fell in Chicago in January, and I'm shocked. I thought we'd be having 2 to 3 banks a month, and you know it hasn't happened yet. Or if it is, they're really secretly bailing them out. You know, and they're just
they do. I think they're doing it at nighttime. You know, with nobody. You're welcome. Did you send me? Let me check my email, and.
Well, and really the drop that we've seen in the precious metals market the last couple weeks is an indirect bailout for them. It's helping them out massively get out of their short positions. But Rocky, I wanted to congratulate you again on getting over 1,000 subscribers, and I see you hung on to over 1,000. YouTube's famous for taking a lot of subscribers back, especially if you don't get a lot of interaction.
Exactly.
So anyone that's not subscribed, please just double check, make sure you're subscribed to Rocky, and keep supporting his channel. He's a great guy.
Yeah, and I'll get you more subs. I'll get you more subs too, Rocky. I'll get you more subs.
I appreciate it. And
I got like 60,000.
Thank you, Josh. And I'll be emailing you, Josh. We'll get that bottle over here. Yeah, like and sub, and we'll definitely do that. And
I'll try to. I'll tell them if you don't want a horse in your bed, a horse in your bed, subscribe to Rocky.
There you go. All right, well, we'll say goodnight, and we'll end the stream. And thank you, everybody, for coming. And be sure and like and sub, and bring your friends and tell everybody about it. The right
sports.
There you go. All right, bye. We'll see y'all. Take care.
Have a blessed week, everybody.
Thanks a lot for coming. Thank you, Sterling.
Bye, Sterling.
Thank you, Mike and JM and Nickel. Thank you for coming.
See y'all.
See you, Nickel. See you, JM.
Have a good week.
Good night.
Ciao.
Good night.